Elon Musk.
The Muskness?
You may have seen in your social media, self-driving taxis have launched.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Yeah,
and I know what
see,
you're going to
Menace is
say.
hyped.
And I know what you're going to say. The price?
Oh, $4.20.
Yeah, flat rate.
Oh,
He's
my
so
God.
clever. He's so funny.
Blaze it.
The coolest.
And we are into another new hour. Insensitivity training for a politically correct world. It's Monday morning. It's June 23rd,
Yeah.
2025. My name is Woody. That's Greg Gorey.
Good morning, Woody.
We've got Menace.
What is up, Woody?
There's Gina Grad.
Yeah, hi.
Seabass. We got Sammy.
Morning.
Morgan's here. We're taking your calls, 877-44-WOODY. This you know. You can also send us a text. That you also know. Send your text over to 22987. Yeah, we got a visit to the crossroads to make this out.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well,
Unfortunately,
you
can't
do.
please everybody, and good news is we're not in the business to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Or to try. We try, but if we don't succeed, we're not bending over backwards for these people who, you know,
Yeah. It's time to
Weird
part
issues.
ways.
they,
Yeah.
they find things to complain about and
Yeah.
say that they're not going to listen again. They're going to tell everybody they know X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah.
They
Yeah.
want to complain. That's their
Oh, yeah,
personality.
they love it. So anyway, we're going to meet those people at the crossroads because that's what you got to do. These people in your life who are just negative,
Shed it.
you know, these people who are just bringing you down or, you know, for whatever reason, you're just over it.
They got to go.
You don't have to keep people just because they're friends or even family members, man.
Yeah.
You know? Like, just cut them off. Move
Yeah.
on.
Parents can't learn that, though.
No, they cannot.
Did
What do you
you
mean?
do this?
You try to cut your parents off?
No. When
They don't cut people off.
like with the problem child or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, that's different. That's their child.
The black sheep of the family.
I'm saying just in general, if you have like an uncle who's a real dick,
Yeah.
I got a
Oh.
couple of those, and you know what?
Bye.
I don't associate
Don't
with
talk
them.
to 'em.
Yeah.
I don't.
Woody, didn't you do this thing? And I think I'm kind of doing it now, too. It's like, if I never call this person, will this person ever call me?
I've done that a number of
Yeah.
times.
You know?
Put it to the
There's a few
test.
times a year you kind of take an audit, and before you reach out to somebody, you go, wait a minute. It has been a long time since I've talked to this person. Does this person ever make an effort with me? And if the answer is no, let it go.
Like,
Yeah.
why am I calling?
Yeah,
One-way street.
don't bother. I'm telling you,
Or-
it's great. It's
all-
tough the first couple times because you feel guilty or bad or I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Yeah.
But it's also great not talking to anybody.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
No,
If
I
I'm
don't
on that
call anyone.
list, yeah, feel free not to call me. But you
the
can text
people,
me.
the people that I like, the people that I love. I mean, I
Yeah.
like catching up with people. I don't live close to any family, and so I like the opportunity to catch up
Yeah.
with people.
But sometimes they don't deserve that time.
Some people don't, and what's the saying, the quote that I like? Some people are bills, other people are stock.
Oh.
Like, know the difference.
Yeah.
Like, invest in the people who
Yeah, or an asset.
are worth it.
Yeah.
Other people are just bills.
Yeah.
Junk mail. Throw it away. Yeah, just move on. Weekend cheers and jeers. Then we'll meet some people at the crossroads. I gotta say, the cheers for me would be the Woody Show prom that we had over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Super
was
fun.
That was a great time. I think it was one of our
went great.
personally. I think it was one of our better events. I liked the vibe of it. Everybody just seemed to be having fun.
Yep.
Extra friendly.
Yeah, people have fun at the events anyway. But I'm saying this was definitely more. I don't know.
It had a really special energy, like positive, like everyone's just so happy.
Right.
Yeah, because
Felt different.
Yeah.
there was something for people to do at all times.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
like we were waiting for a band to come on or what. Even in that time, before we had this cover band called the Spasmatics, and they were great.
Yes.
So
They were
great.
They were a lot of fun. But before they even came on, like DJ Scotty Fox is spinning
Ruled.
and people are out there. It's a prom, so people are out there like dancing and drinking and just having a good time and socializing. We were walking around and saying hi to everybody
Oh, yeah.
and just
taking pictures
Yeah.
opportunity to chop it up.
with all the balloon arches.
Oh my God,
Yep.
yeah,
So many
good.
balloon
Place
arches.
looked great.
It looked great. Menace did a great job with the video. If you want to see that, it's on our Instagram. You can find that at The Woody Show. But that was great. That was awesome.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga beat.
Jeers would be to bureaucracy.
In general.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So
Bureaucracy.
bureaucracy
folder somewhere?
Yeah.
and honesty. Sometimes honesty comes to bite you in the ass. So when I applied for my FAA medical license,
Yeah.
so I was off of Celexa for only a couple of weeks when I applied for it. And I knew, because I did research and I read into what the regulations were, I knew that I would have to wait 60 days after stopping that medication. I elected to
Right.
stop it and then get a note from the doctor clearing saying everything is stable, blah, 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 blah. Everything's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Issue resolved, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I could go do another exam with the FAA medical examiner and then get my certificate and move on with life.
Mm-hmm.
So I did all that, right? FAA medical examiner's all good. I passed everything. Everything looks great. Note from the doctor. He goes to print my certificate and he goes, this is odd.
Oh, no.
And he looks and he goes, they're saying because your last appointment was within the last 90 days that I have to get a special authorization from, I got to call this number. So he could do it. He just has to call this number. But of course, it was a Sunday. And so it's a government agency. Nobody's there on a Sunday.
not.
For
But
sure.
it's just one of these dumb things. Now he says, I'll be able to call tomorrow. And I'm 90% certain that like they can just
gonna
like
be no
unflag
problem.
it because we've gone through the proper procedure.
Right.
He goes, there is a chance because it is the government that that they'll have to wait for today's appointment to go through their system,
Oh,
which is
Jesus
an automated
Christ.
thing,
Yeah.
which takes somehow 2 to 4 weeks.
Weeks.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you saying
just
the
to be able to print something that was already approved?
Oh, how efficient.
It's so
A
dumb.
wise man once said the FAA is stupid.
Nathan Fielder,
That's
yes.
right.
Yeah.
Which I have not watched that episode yet.
Oh, you
So you're
must.
watching? Are you
Yeah.
watching the rehearsal then?
What's that?
The
No,
rehearsal? Okay.
I watched one episode of
Nathan for you.
Nathan for You,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I've
yeah.
not seen the FAA.
It's
yeah.
slow.
Or-
It's much slower.
It's
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
slow.
But we
Yeah.
all
So
learn
anyway,
a lot.
So that's and by the way, I had a number of my aviation friends, including some other people. One person who does work for the FAA says, you know what, you should have never put that on there. Most people
Right.
never disclose anything because
Yeah.
what they don't know won't hurt them.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's how like a lot of them they'll never know.
Happy flying, everybody.
And I go, really?
Yeah.
I go, that seems insane. So here I'm getting basically punished for my honesty. So
For
it's
being
all
honest.
good. It's all good. Like I'll get it. It's just
Yeah.
that it's just unnecessary bureaucracy.
Nothing
Dumb
can be
hurdles.
easy.
Which is
Yeah.
why we don't ask for permission around here at the radio station. We just do.
Just
Yeah.
do it.
You'll wait forever. We would never get anything accomplished if we waited for
Approval.
the proper checks and balances and systems and whatever. Nothing would happen.
Yeah.
It's always
Nothing would
go
happen.
first. Also.
Right. Greg Gorey, weekend cheers and jeers.
Well, like you, cheers to the Woody Show prom, which was real fun. But specific cheers to that night was I spent a very good chunk of time conversing with and hanging out with Menace's wife, Spicy Nacho. It's the most we've ever spoken, and
Yeah.
I've known her for 15 years.
Yeah, and she stayed out way late. Like we were, I don't know, it was almost 2:00 in the morning.
Nice.
Oh,
And
wow, you
it
were
was-
out way later than I
It
was.
was me and my wife and Tim Martinez and another person from the radio station and then Nacho. We're just kind of hanging out and they were having drinks and everything. It was kind of a weird thing being the only person completely sober, by the way. That was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But,
was
yeah.
mostly sober, too. I got a lot of people complaining that I wasn't drinking enough.
Yeah.
You seemed like you had some drinks.
I had a few beers.
Somebody
Yeah.
said you
And then
seemed
I-
sad.
Oh, I didn't
Really?
think
Were you
so.
sad at the event?
No, not at all.
I didn't think you seemed sad. I think you seemed sort of drunk.
People are like, is Greg okay?
Yeah.
He seems kind of sad.
He's not
He's
drunk
not really
enough.
drinking that much.
Yeah.
And I go,
Maybe that's why.
That makes it sad.
I thought maybe it's because Mario wasn't there.
Well, that made me sad, but no. But no, Nacho actually had me do a shot, so I did do one shot.
Nice.
But we did little teeny baby shots.
Yeah.
But we had such great conversations, and it was really nice to see her, and everybody was in a good mood. It was, like you said, Gina, the vibe was real happy.
It was right.
And then Jeers, not a whole lot of Jeers. It was a good weekend. Jeers to tailgaters. I had some dude on my ass by about 3 feet, and there was nowhere for me to go. And I'm doing like 85, and I thought he's going to ram right into me. So F tailgaters. And an honorable mention, Jeers, to hotel hallway talkers. Why do you have to
up
have
with that?
all your conversations in the hallway?
Loudly.
Loudly. You know, these are hotel rooms. And what do people do in hotel rooms? They sleep.
Or people that let their kids just run up and down the hallway.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
exercise.
Yeah.
room.
Just got to get the
Okay.
energy out.
You have a room. Talk in there.
Yeah, go in there.
Very frustrating. But a great weekend overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real fun.
Gina Grad.
Well, speaking of Nacho, I forgot about this, but cheers to Menace. Heads up, she invited us down for a girls' weekend, so you're gonna have to clear out at some point of your own house.
Oh yeah, we already have a group chat going on about it. So,
But
No problem. All right.
Deal.
overall, cheers to getting out of. I'll speak for myself because you all look so lovely all the time. Cheers to getting out of my bridge troll pajamas once in my life and dressing up in like actual clothing and looking good and trying to smell good and do the vibe. Loved not wearing the crap that I wear every day. That was huge for me. Jeers, this is more of a confession. Jeers to eating burgers and fries 4 times in 2 days.
And
Yeah.
that's
I was
I don't know.
very-
A Tuesday.
Wait,
Say
are
it
you
again.
still on your?
Yeah.
I get it.
Are you
I do
still on
get
your
it. That is
cheers?
Why
a
do you
lot.
say that like you punched a
I
baby?
was
Right.
very,
Like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
very,
This is still the Jeers, right?
I was
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
and?
sick.
Yeah.
It's like showing up
What?
in Pittsburgh and going, "Hey, Steelers suck." Like, what? No.
No,
we
this
like
is
that.
awesome.
Yeah, rules.
I started
Yeah.
driving to the event. I was like, I'm going to treat myself a little road trip burger and fries. And then I got about halfway down. I was like, that was really good. I want to do it again.
So you stopped at a second place?
Yeah.
And got another
then
burger?
On the way back, I was like, well, I got to have one for the way back. And then I got home. I was like, I am done eating. This has got to stop. Diet starts tomorrow. Done. My husband gets home and he's like, I kind of want McDonald's. Anything for you? And I was like, you know what? Might
I've
as
had
well
my
just
fill. I've
ruin.
had
No, it's like,
a ton of that.
might as well just ruin the rest of the weekend. Yes, sure. Great. Yeah. So I am ill and I am ashamed and I have to get my act together.
That's like my roommate who was
a
20 grand in
weekend.
debt and
Good.
kept spending money. He's like, what's another $100
Yeah,
bucks?
yeah,
What's
right.
another
Oh.
200
What's another
bucks?
quarter pounder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seabass weekend cheers and jeers.
And I can top that. But cheers to, yes, Elon Musk.
The mustness.
You may have seen in your social media, self-driving taxis have launched.
Oh yeah, dude. And I
Yes,
know what
see,
you're gonna
Menace is
say.
hyped.
And I know what you're gonna say. The price.
Oh, $4.20.
Yeah, flat rate.
Oh
He's
my
so
God.
clever. He's
Yeah.
so funny.
Blaze it.
The coolest.
Yeah,
This
so
is just
cool.
now. The downside is this is just in Austin.
I know.
And you have to be like invited to the app. But get on that app and because I did that early with Waymo. Was I pre-installed the app as soon as I heard about it. So I was on like the early list.
I was thinking about that. What's the app?
I guess the Tesla app.
Is it the Tesla
I
app?
don't know. I
gonna
don't
have to look that up.
The jeers to me for not having done it yet. But everybody's saying it's awesome, and you might say, "Well, Seabass, you love Waymo." Yeah, I love everything. I love saving lives. I love convenience.
Yes.
Again, when you get in these,
Yes,
when you
that's what it's all about.
exactly when you get in with these driverless cars, driverless
You just like it
taxis.
because you don't have to talk to. There's
is
absolutely
the best
no
part.
pressure to talk to anybody.
Yes,
You don't think that's great?
it's quiet.
It's fine. I'm saying, but I think for Seabass that would be the biggest draw.
That's the number
it's
one
not
perk.
to have any type of small chat whatsoever.
Well, here's what it opens,
with anybody.
No,
Yeah,
but see,
that's
it's the reverse of that, surprisingly, because if you're in there, let's say you've got a fellow passenger, let's say a slam piece of some sort, you can't have a honest conversation with that person when there's a driver in the car.
An honest conversation.
You don't think
That's
that-
what you're trying to
Yeah.
do
You don't
when
think
you're
that
in
people
Waymo.
are- you don't think that anything in the car is being
Yeah.
monitored?
It's a big burden.
Well, in fact, when you get inside, they go above and beyond to say, yes, there are cameras in this car. However, we are not recording audio unless you.
Aren't
Sure.
ya?
Yeah.
So that's what they say.
Yep.
That's what they say. So
I believe it.
Cheers to that. It's been fantastic. Another
Nice.
notch in the belt and a win for Elon Ruler Musk. By the way, I drove my Cybertruck here today. It still runs fantastically, and thank you, Elon. You're a great person.
We get it.
A great
We
human
wanna
being.
oral him.
You're
Move
driving.
on.
You're driving the humanity forward against all the haters in the world. Keep
I was just
on.
thinking there hasn't been a lot of Cybertruck chat recently.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be.
It seems to be like that whole thing is just kind of like blown over. I don't see anybody
It blew over.
talking about it. I don't see anybody
long
like
while
you,
ago.
Because
good
the
or
media's
bad.
moved
Good
on
or
to
bad.
another thing.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
you get all the recall, blah, 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 all those
No.
stories. They peak and they go away.
I'm saying either good or bad. Like nobody's going, oh wow, how cool, and nobody's going like, oh
How dare
wow,
they.
how
lame.
ugly.
Yeah.
It's just a thing that's
It's over.
it's kind of there,
Look,
and that's it.
you might have the wrong fee because I just saw a Cybertruck beat a Lamborghini off the line in a street race.
Nice.
Recently.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Popped
Yeah,
up on
bro.
my feed, bro.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
He wants to be baby
That got
mama
me hard.
87.
Oh, there's your weekend. Oh, did you get your Jeer?
Jeers to Achilles tendons.
Oh no.
I don't know what's going on with those things. Halliburton obviously
Yep.
blew his. Pacers lost.
Sad.
Your boy from the Celtics blew his. which is why the Pacers were in the finals.
Yeah.
Dame Lillard, I think, blew his. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers. What's going on with Achilles tendons? Can we not fix this, people?
Maybe
Can we get Elon on that?
Thank you.
All right, I thought you were gonna say like you somehow like injured yours.
Oh, I remember last year I tweaked my calf, which can lead to a blown Achilles because it puts more stress on that. But thank God I was smart about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you tweaked it having sex with a hot chick, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Climbing in and out of the Cybertruck. That's how I heard it. Yeah.
This is The Woody Show.
All right, continuing on. Weekend cheers and jeers. We're mentioning Woody Show prom that we had on Saturday. Dude, you know who got ripped was Menji.
Oh
Yeah,
my
he did.
God.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
Menji's first Woody Show event.
Dude.
Now we know what to look for. Dude, this is a future DUIQ.
Oh,
Really?
I thought he was
Sure.
like tripping his ass off.
Yeah.
It was
Oh yeah, he was knocking
amazing.
stuff over.
Yeah.
I
So-
loved it.
So Menji, you were just drunk, or were you partaking in some of what Vaughn had? Vaughn, of course, was just
Oh,
baked.
blitz.
Yeah.
And hammered.
obviously.
Always crossfaded.
Yeah. I can't hear you at all.
I think you have my mic on instead.
Oh.
Oh, more.
No, we have Morgan on too. Everybody's mic is on.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. You can. Yeah.
Check. 1, 2.
There we go.
He has
Oh, you gotta
he has
use-
to learn how to project.
Oh yeah.
Speak from
Well.
your diaphragm.
Okay, hello. Hi.
There we go.
How you
There we
feeling,
go.
buddy?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine now.
Uh huh.
Now,
Yeah. So were you just drunk or were you smoking
That-
weed with Vaughn?
no, I wish. But
That
no,
was just
no,
drunk?
That was literally just me drunk. That was
Wow.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
it. Yeah.
That
no.
was something else.
And
I
then
was
Morgan-
having a great
Was it?
time.
Well,
And
yeah, at the end, Menji, I'm trying to kind of take care of Vaughn and Menji.
God, Morgan.
Vaughn was fine, though. But Menji, I try and get him situated, like how you getting home type of thing. And then he's good. And then he texts me, he goes, "Am I in Vegas at the Golden Nugget?"
Oh my god.
I'm like, what?
I don't remember this.
He thought he was in Vegas for a while.
You know what, Morgan? It's funny you mentioned that because I also got a text from Menji
You did?
later on, just saying like, "Hey, wanted to make sure I'm not like missing an after party." I'm like, "After party? No, I'm in bed."
You should,
I saw it in the morning.
should be partying anymore.
Yeah.
Wait, let's go back to this Sammy text. That is code for you up.
Yeah, it
No,
definitely
no,
is.
no, it wasn't
Nope.
like that.
Thank
No,
you,
no.
Morgan. No,
It
no.
is, yeah.
Yep.
He's shooting his shot.
No. I think he was just ready to keep partying. He
Yeah.
was very drunk.
Oh,
Did
he
it-
was ready.
He
Did
was
it-
like swimming across the floor, Morgan, right in the hotel room.
Well, that's
Oh,
what,
yeah, I came in and he was literally like
So
pancake on the ground.
he was staying in your room.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Because
No,
there was a
no.
video on the reason we asked because there was a video on Morgan's Instagram.
Right.
On her Instagram story where she walks into a hotel room and there's Menji in his suit or tux or whatever on the ground.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know who it was until he sat up. I'm like, oh, there's Menji, like passed out on the ground.
Did it hit really late? Because I had many conversations with Menji, and he was quite normal.
It was
I
like-
missed that.
It was a litlittle bit later in the evening.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he was raging to
Oh,
the
yeah.
spasmatics, having a great time.
Yeah,
At one point in the
ripped.
back, Bort was going to do something. He's like, "Can you watch Menji for me for like 10 minutes?"
You're all taking
And I was
turns
like, "Okay,
babysitting.
yeah." So then I gave him some chicken. I was like, "Do you want some like chicken wings?" Trying to get like food. And he's like, "There's chicken wings." I'm like, "Okay, you just stay right there."
Yeah, so Menji was ripped, but it turned out just alcohol.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought it was very
That was it.
entertaining.
That was
Oh,
all.
it was.
Yeah.
I had a great time, guys.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
We're
Okay.
glad
From what
that
you
did.
recall.
First Woody Show event, and then Morgan, you had a good time. I saw, and you were
Oh, I had a great time.
social butterflying. And
Yeah, you
she
guys
did not
know
bring
I-
Cabo. She did not
he
bring
was
He was
Cabo.
there. He
I
was
saw
there.
her.
I didn't see him.
Yeah.
Oh, I danced with both of them
You
together during
did?
the slow
Yeah.
dance. Yeah, me, Cabo, and Morgan danced during the slow
Morgan.
We
dance.
had a little moment.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan, I was with you a lot. I never saw
No.
him.
Yeah,
neither.
well, I feel bad when events like this. Like I bring my friends, and he was there with his friends. But I'm just talking to a bunch of people all the time, so I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
I,
hang
I
with my
She
own
saw
friends.
intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What?
saw him.
I saw
She
him. I talked
intentionally
to him.
kept him. Well, kept
I
it maybe
didn't.
from.
No, he was right there in the crowd with everybody.
Yeah.
Apparently, she kept him away from me. Kept
Yeah.
away from Gina.
Yeah, never saw him.
Did you
I
hang out
danced
with
with
him?
him.
I didn't hang out with him, but I saw him.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank
I knew he
you.
was there.
He was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He was
Okay.
in the building.
We take it personally.
We took a
We
prom
did.
pic too, so thank
Oh,
you.
babe.
Yeah.
Oh, babe.
It's cute.
Weekend cheers and jeers menace.
Well, of course, the event was awesome, but over the weekend, I got to binge watch this TV show called Overcompensating. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's
Yes.
about like this gay guy in the closet in college. But episode 1, you guys will love this. I'm watching it. I go, oh my God, that's my friend Danielle. And Danielle has been on our show. She was the one that was on Price is Right, and she's in a wheelchair, and she won the Oh,
Treadmill?
the treadmill,
Oh,
yeah.
I remember that.
And it's so funny because I mean, she's so funny. If you go to her Instagram and look at it, which is Deluxe Diva or Diva Deluxe, sorry, it says "fat bitch in a wheelchair." Like, she's so funny. She does stand up, so check her out.
Is she playing a college kid?
Yeah, like it was like it was the first episode, so it's like Welcome to College. She's part of like some group of people
In her 40s. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Sammy had recommended that show to me, so I checked it out. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I love the music on the show too. It's like early 2000s pop alternative stuff.
And when you start watching it, you think it's kind of a goody-goody show, but no, it's
No,
real-
oh my, it's very
it's
raunchy.
graphic
Yeah,
and
yeah.
raunchy and
What
funny.
about your Jeers?
Oh, my Jeers is actually Sammy introduced me to a new food product that I absolutely love, and she has it with her right now.
Yes.
It's actually called Joe's O's cereal bars.
Yeah.
Joe's
From
oh,
Trader
is that
Joe's.
From Trader
From
Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Okay.
You find them in the kids section, and dude, they're so freaking good. But the
What are
problem, they're like peanut butter and Oreos.
Like granola bars?
No,
No.
it's like the cereal, like it's kind of like Cheerios, but it's Joe's O's because it's from Trader Joe's,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's that
covered in
cereal
peanut
with
butter.
peanut butter.
which I love. Problem is, it is in the kids section, so they're not big enough. Like-
Yeah, they're smaller.
That's your Jeers?
Well, my
What a
Jeers
life.
is my Jeers is like, you know how I love to eat everything super fast and just move on with my life, but they're so small that I have to slow down to eat them so I can savor them.
Or have two.
Oh.
Yeah. Seriously.
Maybe,
Or I
just
can
have
have
to, maybe just
two.
have to double up, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be a giant fat ass anymore, so
Yeah.
only eat one.
I didn't
But-
know they had a kids section.
Me neither. But I had to ask. I'm like,
Yeah.
where's the kids section?
Well, it's kind of
and,
like
and it was
yeah.
oddly by the alcohol section.
It is by the alcohol section. That's right.
Yeah.
Sammy, weekend cheers and jeers.
Cheers, obviously, Woody Show Prom, and the Spasmatics were the best.
The best.
So much fun. I had the best time ever. I danced my pants off. And my jeers is that I had to update my work computer. And I hate it because all the updates now, everything looks different. I can't find anything.
Greg's been
Nothing
saying.
is the
Exactly.
same. It's the worst. And I came in this morning and I couldn't
is it a
print
different
anything.
version of Windows?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
Windows 11.
So it's the whole computer now is updated and it's just so different. It's been taking me longer to do everything because everything's still there, but it's like taking you a second to find it. The coloring's different. The font is different. Like, why do you have to change the font? Just leave it.
Well, because Greg says all the time, these people have to do something.
yeah.
Something
Justify.
different.
Yeah, they've been hanging out. They're at Microsoft, not doing dick
Although-
forever, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
they have to just make it look.
When I worked at one of these companies that did
Well,
this
different.
this kind of stuff, I'm like, how about we focus on getting more users? Like, why are we constantly just changing the look of
yeah,
the
the aesthetic
website?
of
Yeah.
the interface.
I got to say,
Why?
though, I did the update as well. The update itself was a pain in the ass because it took forever.
Forever.
But now that it's done, it took me about, I don't know, 10 minutes to get used to it, and I like it more.
Wow.
Really?
I don't know if
Okay.
it's
That's
Maybe
a
Sarah,
first.
give it a second. Yeah,
twist.
usually
Yeah.
Greg hates all that stuff.
right. I don't know if it's placebo, but I think the computer works better even.
Okay.
Seems faster. It just seems better.
Okay.
Give it a minute,
Noted.
Sammy.
All right.
But
all
I
right.
I do agree with the initial reaction. It's just
Right.
why did you change
As of
this?
now,
Change
cheers.
for the sake of change.
Totally.
Yeah.
You have to figure out where to turn it on and where to put
Yes,
put it in
it's
sleep
all so
mode or
different.
whatever.
I think because I'm so used to Outlook, because that's what we use for work. and
Yeah.
That's what I'm on most of the time. But man, I hate using Gmail. Gmail is one of those services where they do change things quite a bit.
For funsies.
Yeah. Like, oh, well, now this is under this little 3-dot drop down thing at
right.
the top. And then just to forward is down here at the bottom, though. But all the other commands are like at the top. And there's a folder that's got like a little bit of arrow, but that sometimes is just an archive, not necessarily to move to a different folder. They changed like the functionality
Really?
of where different things are. I find quite a bit.
They recently I'll search for something like, let's say, a flight record, and sometimes it's in my deleted folder, and they had a little button that said, "Oh, check deleted." That's gone now. I have to
Right,
go
yeah.
in the,
Well,
why?
I feel like
also-
Gmail's the king of dicking around with just making those types
Yeah,
of changes.
I think their search function on mobile is trash when it comes to looking up like old things. When you go to the desktop, you find it within 30 seconds, but on mobile, when you type in the same thing in the search, it just doesn't pop up ever on the thing they're actually looking for. But the Outlook, I don't know. Outlook, when it compresses all the emails and like skips over stuff, I feel like you lose information.
On Gmail, I've set up folders, and they'll be like, let's call it house stuff,
Yeah.
right, Greg? Just
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sake of argument.
I have that.
One thing
folder.
will be outdoors, another indoors, right? Like you'll have a subfolder under the main folder.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, on the Gmail app, they'll have some of the subfolders grayed out where I can't even access it. I go, why am I grayed out of a folder on my own account? And I go and I've Googled, I've done everything to try to. He goes, well, go into the settings and make sure that this is enabled. I do all that stuff, and for whatever, it's the only thing I have an issue with that I have not been able to resolve. But like, it just arbitrarily decides, like, yeah, we're going to gray these folders out, and you don't have access to them.
Like flight information, I had booked a flight, and it said, okay, we emailed you your reservation. I couldn't find it to save my life, and I realized my email has now categorized stuff,
promotions,
like commerce,
which
or,
will be
or
Right,
transactions,
yeah.
And I thought, where the hell did this come from? And I couldn't find it.
It's obnoxious.
Very. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, like let people opt into if they want the new look, or like I understand that there's some back end things that you need to do to keep things working.
Yeah,
but make it so that people can keep the same look or the same basic functionality, because then it's just this constant. It's supposed to be for convenience, right?
Exactly.
It's not for continuing education.
Yeah.
We're having to learn just to keep the same level of production. We have to now learn something all new.
Yeah.
And then your bank app will do the same thing. Hey, we're updating it, and then it's just completely different.
877-44-WOODY. You can send us a text over to 22987. We'll be right back.
The Woody Show will return.